Of course, Ravens Bears coming up this Sunday here in Baltimore, which means our next guest is back in this part of the world. He's not originally from here, but he's our guy because he was a heck of a Terp. He is Bears linebacker Ruben Hyppolite, and he is back with us now here on GCR. Ruben, it's Glenn. It's great to see you, man. Thank you for taking the time for
Glenn,
us.
appreciate you for having me, man. Appreciate you always.
Dude, I remember talking to you before the draft, and we were talking
Mm.
about how you were getting overlooked, right? Like you weren't getting the invites, you weren't getting the hype. Did you know, like deep down inside, did you know, man, none of that matters? I know that these teams love me. I know that I'm going to hear my name called pretty early in this process, and everybody's going to be shocked. Or did you go into draft weekend still like a little nervous about it yourself?
Yeah, I knew I was gonna get an opportunity. I never doubted myself on that. Like I said, I knew my ability. I knew what I brought to the table, not only as a player but as a person, and just meeting with the different teams that I visited during the pre-draft process, and then having the type of pro day that I had. I was gonna get an opportunity somewhere. Didn't know where, so I went to draft weekend and like didn't know where I was gonna land at all. And that was the only nervousness I experienced, if you will. But other than that, I was like my mindset was set on getting drafted. Just didn't know where, and I knew it was a good opportunity.
I remember you telling me, right? Because it's sort of similar to the story of how you ended up at Maryland too, right? Like it's
Mm.
you have for whatever reason been overlooked at times.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you get that call, did you feel like, hey man, I know this might not be the even after getting drafted, it might not be the easiest path, right? There might be weeks where maybe I'm not up on that particular game, but
Mhm.
given what we know about you, your attitude, the way that you worked, did you just feel like I'm ready? Whatever it is, whatever it requires, I'm ready to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got some injuries early in the year, so I get some playing time there, and then guys get healthy and come back, and I have great vets in my room as
Mm-hmm.
far as the linebackers go. So it's a lot of great guys ahead of me who obviously have great respect not only amongst our team but in this league. So I've just been learning from them, taking in all the information I could take in, being a great teammate. Prepping for, still prepping for game plan, still, in tune with everything. But really, I just been, all eyes and ears, which I have no problem doing, because I understand when it's my opportunity to really run the show, I'll be ready for it. So I just been crafting, just been working, building close relationships with those guys, learning, and just experiencing everything. And like you said, Glenn, I was willing to experience everything that came with it. I wasn't scared of anything.
Yeah.
So.
I appreciate that about you. It's part of what we love about you. Ruben Hyppolite. We're going to have to stop saying nice things in a second, though, because you're coming to Baltimore on Sunday. You know how this goes.
Yeah,
Ruben
yeah, yeah.
Hyppolite with us here on GCR. I remember you were a huge Ray Lewis fan, correct?
No doubt.
What, again, provided that you're up for Sunday, what would it mean to you to, like, walk out on that field and be playing football and playing linebacker at the place where Ray Lewis played?
I mean, if I'm up or not, man, just being at M&T, at Maryland, we would always go
Yeah.
and watch preseason games
Right.
there on the field. So um, it's just a different light, just playing there and just being there, like on the field, rather than watching from the stands. So I mean, regardless of how the situation pans out, it's gonna be great just to be there and experience that, experience the environment as a player and not, as a player rather than a fan. So. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna get to see people that I went to school with, and my extended family, as I call them, again. So we went up there, played the Commanders, so we're gonna play the Ravens too. So I'll be able to see them twice. So it's gonna be good.
That's really cool, man. I imagine what's been going on with you guys these last 4 wins, and some of them, coming down to the literal last moment, right? In order
Yeah.
for you guys to get them, how would you describe what the feeling has been like? What's been clicking that has allowed all of this to come together for you guys to run off 4 straight wins?
Yeah, it's been a great feeling. I think, we're all bought in. We all understand how important and how imperative, getting takeaways on defense is. So, we're all bought into that ideal. And, obviously, Dennis Allen, he does a great job at, scheming up throughout the week. Our coaches do a great job of preparing us throughout the week. And we just go out there and execute. And, it's fun. I think, he runs a great scheme where, us as players can use our skills and abilities, to our utmost and just go out there and just ball out and play and create turnovers, make tackles and all that stuff, just run a hit. So I think like that's what we've been putting on tape and displaying for everybody who watches and that's how it is at practice every day. So I mean, it's just a great system, great environment. Obviously, Coach Johnson is one of a kind when it comes to getting us as a team ready to go play. So it's just you put all that together, and that's how you get on winning streaks, and we're looking to continue.
Can you define that? Because I think a lot of us were enamored with what Ben Johnson had done in Detroit, and when the Bears hired him, we were like, man, that's a guy that you would like to have. But I don't know that we know him personally or the head coach part of it as much as we're just familiar with all of his offensive success. Can you
Mhm.
tell us a little bit more about what it is that he brings as a leader beyond just like the plays and the stuff that he's drawing up offensively?
Yeah, I mean, he's the captain of the ship. He always comes with a plan, and he knows how to execute the plan, and he tells us exactly how we're going to execute it. And he stands on his word with a lot of things. And I mean, you can only respect that out of a coach. He reads a lot of war books and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So that's where he gets a lot of his ideals and ideologies and tactics from, which, I've learned a lot of things from just, the team meetings we've had just as a young player, just being here and listening and just understanding how all this goes. So, um, you know, I love it. I appreciate it as a player. Um, and we all, receive it as a team. There's not one guy in the locker room who doesn't receive it. And, like accountability is horizontal. Everybody is held to a high standard, coaches and players alike, staff alike. So, when you have that in the building, it's only gonna, bring forth success. So,
Did you
it's
feel
gonna
that
work.
going in? Like I think did you feel that there was something special happening? Like when you arrived, when you got in there and saw all that and looked around, did you have that feeling like we could really do something special right now?
Yeah, I mean, during OTAs was really my, eye-opening, time for me because not only was I just first getting here, but just seeing how, things were running. Practices were running, meetings were running, and then, you get into training camp and it's kind of an extended part of that, and then we actually get to playing preseason games and you see, how our preparation helps us for the game, and then you get into the season and, we start off a little rocky and then we catch fire. So you just see all of that come to fruition. But I mean, it all started in OTAs and in the off season. Even though I've been here for, I've been here since May, but I haven't really got the first half of it. But just coming in and being on the back end of it, I was definitely able to see how he was able to gain momentum and just get us prepared for the season and this things like this. So.
He he is Bears linebacker, former Terp, Ruben Hyppolite, with us here on GCR as we're getting ready for Ravens Bears on Sunday. I assume you guys are not drinking the poison, and you're just like preparing like Lamar is going to play on Sunday, and I don't know who has to. I'm guessing it's not you that's trying to be Lamar in scout team. I'm guessing that's not the
Nah.
case. Um, but do you like have a sense of what it takes to go up against Lamar Jackson, and if you're chasing him down at some point, like
Yeah.
what it's going to take in order to get that dude on the ground?
I mean, obviously, a special player. There's nothing more that needs to be said. He's the captain of that offense, and the team goes as he goes. So, I mean, it's all about just playing your assignment and trusting one another on defense, man. Because you know we can't compromise, and we can't you know just misalign, misassign, and let things free for like let the rush lanes free for him to get loose. So it's all about just playing our brand of football. Obviously, he's a great player, but I feel like we're a great defense as well, and it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a very fun game. You got him, you got Zay Flowers, who I went to high school with, so I know him.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, yeah, I grew up with Zay Flowers, so I mean, it's a lot of talent on that team, and it's going to be a great opportunity. I mean,
Man,
you don't want it any other way. So
Oh, the Florida boys. All the Florida boys getting
Yeah,
together on Sunday. And he
no
also
doubt.
might have to try to tackle Derrick Henry, too, by
Oh yeah,
the way.
but yeah, we can't forget about him.
Yeah.
Obviously, his resume speaks for itself. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great challenge for us to just to measure where we are as a team.
Did you before you got there? I know obviously you weren't teammates because he had been gone for a little while. But did you know DJ Moore at all? Had you been connected with him at all, like in an off season or a connection to connection? And
Yeah.
what did it mean to get back around him?
Yeah, so in college, I didn't know DJ. I knew of him, obviously.
Right.
Probably one of the greatest, Terps to come out of Maryland. But yeah, as soon as I got here, he just got right to joking with me. Like,
That's
just
cool.
started, joking around, playing. He has a great personality, funny dude. But obviously, a great receiver, nonetheless. Just watching him work every day. You see why, he was drafted as high as he was, and why he's had continued success in the league. So. But him and I talk on a daily basis. It's great to build relationships with guys that that went to your school, and that obviously I've been great, blessed enough to be on the same team as them. So I mean, it's been great. It's been fun.
That's
So
awesome, man. And then I'll wrap with this. We know Maryland's defense is really good. Like
yeah,
Sidney Stewart, Mathis, those kids are special. They're
yeah,
special. Are you screaming at the TV as much as like this is it's the damnedest thing that this
yeah,
defense is this good, and
yeah,
yet has had these issues at the end of games? You're like,
yeah.
it's so tough because I know this is an incredible unit, but
hmm
oh, it's just tough to watch this last couple of
Man,
weeks.
like I mean, Glenn, I tell you, it's so so being on the outside of it now,
Yeah.
I kind of understand it now. As far as watching it as a fan and watching it as like an outsider, if you will. But like I've been to two games. I went to the FAU game and I went to the Washington game because that was
Oh,
week 0, and then I went during my bye week. So like I've been around the guys, and like Daniel Wingate,
yeah. Oh, that
Sidney
dude.
Stewart, like, and it's crazy because like I play with these guys, like Jalen Husky, Levan
Hmm.
Scruggs. So like I play with these guys, and I know how hard they work and what they put into it. So to see them come up short, especially in these last, I think it's with like what 3 games,
Three,
or
yeah.
yeah. So it's been tough, but I still have faith that they're gonna right the ship. Obviously the defensive group is special. And they're young too, which is, yeah, they're going to be there for another 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great for the team. And obviously Malik is one of a kind. And then you got all those guys on offense with Shalik Knox, who I played with too. So like they're going to get it right. I have faith in them still. And homecoming next week, so they're going to have some juice. I know they are. And the thing about this team is they're such a young team, so all this is still so new to them, and they don't really they're not like guys like me who I've been through a 3-win season, 4-win season. Then I went to 3 straight, so they don't really have the background of like what it was versus what it is now. So these guys are like I feel like they're better off, and they're gonna get it right, because they're learning. They're all learning. They're all freshmen. They're all first-year players, second-year players, third-year players. So. Like they're gonna get it right. I have faith in them, and they're all talented. So it's only a matter of time till they write it, and they'll be good, man. And I got faith in Coach Locks and the whole staff, so everybody will be good.
The
But
talent.
it does hurt though, but they'll
Oh,
be all
oh, it's
right.
painful, man. The talent
Yeah,
is undoubtable, man. Like they are incredible.
yeah, yeah.
At Ruben Knows one on Twitter, and it's just
Yep.
Ruben Knows on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it is.
Ruben, we root for you.
Yep.
You just also understand we're not really like rooting for you on Sunday. Like you get how this goes, but
Yeah, yeah,
in general, always rooting for you, happy for you, and all the success you've had, man. And may there be a lot more. Thank you for taking the
yeah.
time for us as
I'm
always.
glad. Appreciate the support always, man. Always love. So I appreciate it.